Without the population of Buganda, there wasn't much we could have done. Naye mwe Abaganda mwansobera. Oyinza okufumba oluwombo n'oluwa mujjaawo yaba alugabula. Ne mufumba oluwombo ne mulusalendalinga ewa mujja wammwe yaba alugabula. Mutegere kye njogera? Ebyo byammwe. Emyaka 5 mubonaabona amayumba gamenyeka gali mu Buganda, abantu abasingawo okufa baali ba Buganda. Ekibiina kyammwe kye mwayiwira omusaayi ne mukigawulira. Kale ebyo si byo bindeese, si byo bindeese. Nawe mukoze eki? Mukitegedde. Gen Otafire musajja mwesimbu. He is a good soldier. He is an enduring general. He is a general who believes in the fact that the best won battle is that one won without firing a bullet. The greatest success you win as a military officer is winning your battle without firing a single bullet. When you don't shed blood, when you don't destroy equipment, when you maintain peace, you are a great general. War ought to be the last resort when everything else has failed. We only resort to war when there is nothing more to do. When you have disagreement, that disagreement should be first of all detected, discussed, and resolved. You only should resort to conflict when there is no other way, no other alternative. And actually, conflict should be a method to reaching agreement. War can never be an end in itself. Because in any war, both the winners and the losers lose. You can't win a war without costs. Every war has attendant costs, and those costs should be avoided at the most appropriate opportunity to avoid conflict. So, countrymen, learn, sit down and discuss. Learn, sit down and discuss. Talk to each other. Learn to talk to each other. Don't speak without talking. Don't listen without hearing. Don't look without seeing. This Uganda of ours was there before we came. It's here with us. It will be here long after we are gone. And for those of you who are Christians, Jesus said, love your neighbor. Now, this Jesus was very, very careful. He didn't take the trouble to define who your neighbor is. He didn't say your neighbor will be a Wengeye. No. He didn't say your neighbor will be a Muslim. No. He didn't say your neighbor will be a Munyankore or a Nachori. No. He said, love your neighbor. Obaka yanje omwagala watu omwagala munwengo ngedagala bwaba neighbor wo mwabatagala na mwine ekizibu abatagala na mwine ekizibu bwabeepanga abalowooza muli ba kitalo muli wazaalibwa lumu oliwa nakaseera katono ogugenda lumu ate olugenda ngalonsa. Life is but an infinitesimal pause in eternity. If you want to know how long is eternity, how long is forever, you are here for a very, very, very minuscule time. Why don't you make the best of a bad bargain? Whether you want or don't, one fine morning you will wake up dead. I don't know, they say, this is what they say, whether in heaven or hell or both, I don't know, but one fine morning, whether you want or don't, you wake up dead. So, what shall we remember you for? What did you do when you were here? How have you used your time? Is it for the destruction of mankind or uplifting the quality of life of the people you live with? Shall we remember you for the people you treaded on, or the people whose hand you held and uplifted? Shall we remember you for the people you starved, or the people who are hungry and you fed them? Shall we remember you for the people whose clothes you tore in pursuit of vain, or the people who are naked and you clothed? Shall we remember you for the people you injured in your rush for acquisition of power, or the people whose wounds you soothed and put balm? How will you be remembered? Do good things. Treat your neighbors like you would want to be treated. Treat your neighbors like you would want to be treated. You don't have long to live. You don't have long to I mean, life is a very short time. But memory, to die is not to live in the minds of those you leave behind. For as long as you remain in the minds of those you leave behind, you have not died. That's why Jesus and Muhammad are still living. They died thousands of years ago, but they say, oh, the living God, the Jesus and Muhammad, Nabi Isa, and they are still living because they have remained in the minds of those they left behind. So, countrymen, learn one lesson. That life is a one-way traffic. There are no spares. You don't have a second chance. When I came here, I was 74 years of age, a few hours and some minutes. Right now, I'm about 15 minutes older than when I stood here. I want to regain that time. What is important is what have I done with the 20 minutes I've been on this podium? Am I preaching love? Am I preaching hate? Am I leaving Uganda a better place than I found it when I came onto this podium? Or am I showing people how great I am, how untouchable I am, how No. No. Even those who command nuclear weapons die. So, learn to live with other people, learn to get appreciated, struggle to be remembered for what you've done for mankind, not what you've achieved for yourself. When we went to the bush, we were a movement. And because we were a movement, we went for different reasons. Me, I went because I'm a revolutionary. When I was laughing at the Wenge clan, I don't believe in Ngeye clan. I don't believe in Porogoma clan. I don't believe in being a Munyankore. I don't believe in being a Ugandan. I'm an African. My country is Africa, from the region of East Africa and the province of Uganda. My region is, the province is East Africa, the country, the district is Uganda. As far as I'm concerned, Uganda is a district. Too small for my ideas. Me, I went to fight for Pan-Africanism and the dignity of black people. There are people who came to fight because Obote was chasing them. There are those who are running away from Milton Obote. There are those who had somewhere, wanted somewhere to hide. So we had a plethora of reasons for struggling. But we were able to aggregate all these reasons and put them on the platform of a higher calling, the platform of revolutionaries. We fought for a revolution, change of the situation from what it was to what should be obtaining now. And that's what I live for. I live for ensuring that what I fought for, it lives after me. Our revolution was a revolution of the intellectuals and the peasantry. I'm now looking at another class that is coming in, grafting their ideological bankruptcy onto our noble ideas. Grafting the ideological bankruptcy onto our noble ideas. Leaders don't steal, leaders don't kill, leaders don't cheat, leaders don't lie. When you start telling lies, when you start cheating, when you start killing, you are not NRM. No. You are welcome, Sojourn. You can be part of the journey, but please don't pretend that you are one of us. No. To be one of us, you have to be pure, ideologically correct. I don't think Kayanja sacrificed his life for this ideological bankruptcy I see being paraded around in our name. No. We must go back to the roots. We must struggle to protect the gains. To protect the gains, not the losses. Of course, in life there are gains and losses. There are gains and losses. But let me assure you, all and sundry, that falling is not the problem. Falling is not the problem. The problem is not getting up. Banafe abantu ba Buganda okugwa wansi ekizibu naye mutakola ki? Nemukola ki? Nemukisuula. Nembala akasuula bwe. Ina eri mu kibiina kyani? Bwe abantu ba Buganda abaabonaabona enalimu ebeewo, abaafa enalimu ebeewo, abaafiirwa ebintu enalimu ebeewo, abaatukwekanga enalimu ebeewo, baali baawa. Kale mwe munsanyusa taata ate kayinda atandise okukola ki? N'amwatulira kambaatulire kubanga nze kambaatulire kubanga munsobera. Kosi bagamba nti ekyekango tekirina muzira embwa edduka omukalo. Abantu ba Buganda mwadduka omukalo. Ate omukalo ogwo gwali mukalo gwammwe. Sigamba n'omuntu tebakukanyuga n'ogwali gwammwe. Ne muyiga ensolo ne mukola emikalo. Kale sijja kubaawo. Ndugu Kayanja, Mulindwa, boogere bannange. ekintu kyaffe nga mwakiduka mugambe bano baseruganda bakomewo kino kintu kyaffe. We must reclaim our own. You cannot afford to pay for what you have already paid. How can somebody sell you what is yours? Yes, muiza kuba mulimu abonona, but claim your own. Abamugambe agwe gunde ekintu kyaffe okoze eki. Emmere yaffe gye tufumbika tutandise kuleeta mu kikamulali ate ffe tulya kamulali. Kamulali guleeta waki? Ekintu kyaffe emmere yaffe gye tufumbye tuteeka mu kamulali kubanga tetulya ki kamulali. Naye kimanye engeri gye munakikolamu. NRM kibiina kyammwe, kibiina ky'abantu ba Buganda. Yes, mwalimu abalala abaalimu nkoze ensobi. Kibiina ky'abantu abaali mu Buganda mu Luweero, kubanga mwalimu Abaganda, mwalimu Abalugwara, mwalimu Abaluuru, mwalimu Abanankole, mwalimu Abanarwanda. Naye bonna baali mu Luweero, bonna tubayita baki? Tubayita baki? Baganda. Mu Buganda Luweero babagamba nti ono wasawasajja, ono si wasawasajja. Buli ali mu kitundu ekyo bamuyita musajja wa Kabaka. Oba ayogera Luganda, oba tayogera Luganda, musajja wani? Omusajja wa Kabaka muki? Muganda. Muli mutya abengeyo. Abekika ngenda kukivaamu ekyo nekyengeyo. So, like these young people put up a fight and fought for justice. Let everybody arise and fight for justice, fight for equality, fight for peace, fight for and maintain peace. Fight for and maintain peace. Lack of peace is very costly. If you want to know what it means, go to Sudan, Khartoum. If you want to know what lack of peace means, go to Khartoum, go to Kyiv, go to Gaza, then you'll know what it means not to have peace. Fight for peace. And those of you who are in leadership, fight to preserve peace. I thank you. Tonight, General Eric Kayanja, General officers present, the UPDF family, the NRA fraternity present, Abengeye, Nadalo Wakasurya, and they are clapping. You think Engeye is a big thing? Engeye. Because the Nuachi. As the one chiva. As anyone progoma. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when Gen Kayanja asked me to write forward for his book, he placed a big burden on my shoulders. I didn't know what to write about Gen Kayanja. I knew Gen Kayanja as one soldier who was brought, who was in a section of very troublesome young people. You can imagine when you have to manage Kayanja, Kagame, Kagumere. They were one section in the army. Kayanja, Kagame, Kagumere, Rwamata, Chifuba, Ngoboka. Who else was in their group? Musumbiji. All of them were Kikwa Kuba. Big headed fellows. But one thing I know about them is they were daring. They were fearless. They were very, very, very extremely courageous soldiers and good soldiers. They were exemplary in discipline. They were exemplary in discipline. I can easily say the NRA has been the best combat outfit of our contemporary times, considering the circumstances in which we operated, and yet our relationship with the population was excellent. We lived by the Mao Zedong principle that fighters, freedom fighters, are like fish, and the population is the water in which the fish thrives. And we need to thrive with the population.